Do you want to know how to sell t-shirts online? Then you want to watch this show till the end. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you're to ask me. And if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. I want to have a quick conversation with you today around how to quickly start a t-shirt store. Number one, choose a niche. Very important. What is a niche? A niche is basically a segment of the population that will help your online t-shirt business stand out and better attract the right target audience without blowing your budget. This is very important. So when you hear the term niche, make sure that you it's just as simple as segment, a segment of the population that you are targeting. There are many ways to find and evaluate a niche, but let me give you a few of them. So you can visit your prospective niches subreddits. You can go on Facebook. You can evaluate the subscriber count and level of engagement. You can do the same thing on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, or even on Quora. You can also use Facebook's Audience Insight tool to gauge the size of your niche on the platform. You can scan this list of popular hobbies on Wikipedia for inspiration. Another thing you want to be very careful here is that please consider your own interest and the communities you belong to, because sometimes, guess what? When it comes to business, it's okay to trust your gut. So once you narrow down your niche, you want to craft a business plan for your t-shirt company that covers your goals and different opportunities to sell custom t-shirts. Then you want to figure out how you will execute that plan. So business plan is kind of important, folks, not just for online, not just for selling t-shirts online, but plenty of business owners find writing a plan valuable, even if they never work with an investor. That's why it's kind of critical to think about that. So after choosing your niche, you have to source quality material and t-shirt printing options. So not all t-shirts are the same and not all print jobs are the same, right? We got to think about quality here. It's very important. So choosing a quality t-shirt includes several factors, folks. I'm talking here about the fit, the sizing, the material, the softness, and the weight. So a great starting point in determining which blank t-shirt to use is to check out T-Shirt Magazine's review of some of the most popular blank t-shirts for printing. So once you narrow down your choices, it's very important to order samples so you can make an informed financial and final decision. Number three, create your own t-shirt designs. So if you have a knack for creativity, that's kind of cool too. And you can find the best selling designs and niches. You can go on websites such as Zazzle, Redbubble, Snorg, Tees, Kickstarter t-shirt campaigns. You may also want to consider checking out Google Trends to get a sense of the topics people are currently interested in. This is kind of important. And you can hire a designer. There are various ways you can find designers out there. You can go on a regular website, traditional websites, freelancer websites such as Fiverr and Upwork, or you can find design communities such as Dribbble, Behance. So Dribbble is kind of cool because they are a designer community with lots of unique talent. Behance is a cool platform to check out too. And you can see portfolios from different creators around the world who specialize in illustrations, niches, and styles and more. You can also check out freelance networks. So some other options you may want to try. Those freelance networks are, as I said earlier, there are Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr. You can find qualified t-shirt designers fast, and you can check out their past job successes and portfolio. You can even buy t-shirt designs. If everything I'm telling you is very complicated, just buy a t-shirt design. So if you're stuck finding a designer, you can also purchase pre-made designs. Keep in mind that if you choose to go this route though, there is a high likelihood that other people are already selling whatever design you pick, making it harder for you and your brand to stand out. So there are a few t-shirt graphic marketplaces that we have checked out and we found pretty interesting. So you have Designers, so design with IOUS, T-Shirt Factory, Creative Market, and Graphic River. And on Graphic River, by the way, you can buy and sell royalty-free Photoshop files, vectors, and icon packs for your t-shirt designs. Keep in mind, if you plan to sell t-shirts on the internet, you may need to purchase a commercial license. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're having a conversation here around how to sell t-shirts on the internet. And if you love the kind of content and quality we have so far, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you can be informed in real time whenever we drop a new show. And we drop this kind of shows, guess what? Every single day. Next thing you want to do is you want to mock up your t-shirts. So once you have some final designs, you want to get some mock-up images made so your customers can see what the final design will look like printed on a t-shirt. So there are a few ways you can get images of your final designs on t-shirts, including ordering samples, for example, and taking product photography yourself. Or with the variety and abundance of t-shirt templates on the internet, you can opt to create a 100% digital mock-up. Adobe Photoshop t-shirt templates are the most common types of mock-up files because they allow you to quickly preview how your designs will look printed on a t-shirt. One thing you have to understand is that there are several resources where you can find the best mock-up file for your next project. So you have Graphic River, I talked about that before. You have Mockup World. You have 19 awesome t-shirt templates. So if Adobe Photoshop is not right for you, you can always use web-based mockup software that will let you do the same thing without having to download and figure out Photoshop. So you have Printful Mockup Generator, you have a Printify Mockup Generator, and you have Placeit. And another great option for tasks like this is to enlist help from someone on Fiverr. I mean, Fiverr is kind of cool. It's vast, it's worldwide, so it allows you to really save money and save time. So just search for t-shirt mockups on Fiverr. And the same thing applies to Behance, same thing applies to Upwork. Those are great places. And also freelancer.com. This is very important. Now, when you think about mocking up your t-shirts, please always have in mind your target audience. Have in mind the trends. What are the social trends that underlie the shirts that you're buying? What are the issues that your target audience cares about? What are your competitors doing? This is very important. You want to figure out what your competitors are doing so that you not only try to differentiate yourself, but don't really differentiate yourself too much by just venturing into something else that your target audience ultimately would not resonate with. You need to also think about validating your designs. How do you do that? Now, validating is it's very important. Why? Because before you think about investing a lot of cash into your new business idea, you want to verify that there is a market for an interest in your designs. There are a lot of ways you can do that. So you can go through personal social networks. So you can post some of your designs to your Facebook profile, niche Facebook groups, Twitter, Instagram, and other social networks your friends and potential customers frequent. Be careful when asking friends and family because they might be generous with you. They might not be telling you the truth. Their opinions are prone to kindness. So you can also post the design on Reddit. You can do some crowdfunding such as Indiegogo, Kickstarter, or GoFundMe. Those sites have made it much easier to test, validate, and collect money upfront for your new business idea. So launching a crowdfunding campaign can be time consuming and requires a good deal of preparation. However, the benefits can be huge, including fully funding your project before you launch it. And you can also do print on demand. So finally, with e-commerce platforms like Shopify, it's never been easier to set up a fully functional online store, domain name included, in a matter of hours to validate your business idea. And once you validate your designs, you want to set up your online store. So if you have the t-shirt designs in hand, you have made your mock-ups, you're comfortable with the idea, There are a handful of t-shirt print-on-demand services that directly integrate with your Shopify store. If you want to go with Shopify, you can also go with BigCommerce. You can go with Wix. You can go with WooCommerce. There are a lot of online platforms out there, and this any platform would allow you to start taking orders in no time. And these services will print and ship your t-shirts to your customers on your behalf every time you receive an order. That's what people call drop shipping. There is no need to purchase or hold any inventory upfront, and this is a great way, if you think about it, to get started, right? And the best of all, if you want to use your design on other printable products such as mugs or tote bags, for example, you have that option as well. So there are various t-shirts available through the following print-on-demand companies. So you have Printful, T-Launch, Printify, and Gooten. So once your store is set up, you'll be ready to start selling t-shirts online ASAP. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about how to sell t-shirts on the internet. One thing I want you to pay attention to is that you want to focus on these 5 key factors when starting your online t-shirt store. What are those? T-shirt printing techniques, the design, the quality, the brand, the inventory. This is very important. Why? And let's just talk about one of my favorite, the brand. A strong, interesting brand is vital in the t-shirt industry. When it comes to inventory, you got to determine whether you want to manage your own inventory to take advantage of volume discounts or use a print-on-demand service to save time and effort. The quality of the shirts you use and of the print job need to be top-notch to build a sustainable business. When it comes to design, remember though that the majority of people purchasing graphic tees are looking for designs, graphics, and slogans that connect with them and reflect their personality and opinions. So when it comes to the t-shirt printing techniques, there are several ways you can do this. You can do screen printing. So this is an old technique that has stood the time for business owners who design and sell t-shirts online and in-store. So it is cost effective for large batches and volume discounts. The cons, the disadvantages you have, it's not cost effective for multiple colors, and it can only print simple images and designs. This is for screen printing. You also have the heat transfer. Heat transfers have also been around for a long time, and they exist in several forms. You may have seen basic heat transfer paper at your local office supply store. The pros, the advantages of heat transfer is that you can print each shirt on demand. It's more affordable for small batches and no limit in number of colors you can use in a print. In terms of the disadvantages, you have a lower quality and less durable than direct-to-garment and screen printing. Large upfront investment in a heat press machine from a few $100s to a few thousand, and the DIY approach means additional time input for you. You got to be there. You got to do it yourself. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to t-shirt printing techniques. So you have screen printing, heat transfer. We also have direct to garment. Now, direct to garment is very important because this process operates much like an inkjet printer you might have at home. It is a common type of t-shirt printing business equipment because what it does is it prints ink directly onto the t-shirt and can produce full color images with accuracy. So DTG, direct to garment, produces quality printing on par with screen printing and better than heat transfers. So because it operates traditionally like an inkjet printer, there are no setup costs unlike screen printing, right? This means it's very easy for you and cost effective also if you want to print small orders. The major disadvantage of DTG is the lack of volume discount for large orders because it takes the same amount of time to print each shirt. So let me just kind of recap here for DTG here. So what are the pros? Pros: unlimited color options, high detail accuracy in printed design, great for small orders or one-offs. It really depends. So if you're not into the t-shirt industry for on a full-time basis, you just want to do, maybe for instance you want to do event printing, you want to print t-shirts for events, then direct to garment might be interesting. There are no setup costs. In terms of disadvantages, it's not cost effective for large production runs, and generally no volume discounts. So this is kind of important to think about. So those are the three things when we talk about the t-shirt printing techniques: screen printing, heat transfer, and direct to garment. So you have to think about the pros and cons for each of them, and you're able to evaluate how they affect your particular operation. Because again, remember folks, choosing the right printing technique can help you save money and make smarter business decisions, especially if you are in the printing, if you are in the online t-shirt game for a long run. Very important. So I just spoke to you about the printing technique, and as I said earlier, there are 5 key factors when starting your online t-shirt store. Number 1 was t-shirt printing technique. Number 2, design. Number 3, quality. Number 4, brand. Number 5, inventory. Let's dig a little deeper here in the design. So the last thing a visitor will want to see in your catalog is a copy of a t-shirt design found elsewhere. So I'm not asking you here to think to be extraordinarily creative. You don't have to have a complex design. In fact, many of the best-selling graphic tees are very simple. However, they do need to connect with your audience and stand out. So to ensure a quality print, your design files should generally be at least 300 pixels per inch DPI or PPI. They must have a transparent background and be large enough to cover the actual print area of the t-shirt. Just note that your exact specifications will vary depending on the printer and printing technique used. Quality, very important too. So the next most important factor in the success and sustainability of an online t-shirt business is quality. You can disappoint someone once, but they will not let you disappoint them twice. So that's kind of important. So if you have, say, a pattern that fades and cracks on a t-shirt, that shrinks and rips, this will not create raving fans that come back and repurchase. The brand. You want to have a strong, interesting brand. This is kind of important because your brand is what? What is it if you think about it? It is a promise that will tie together all of your choices, including your niche, designs, and quality. So from your t-shirt business name to the logo you use, building a unique and likable brand is an important element here, especially in a high competition industry like the t-shirt sector. So when customers have more choices, it becomes extremely important for an e-commerce business to have a distinctive, unique presence to capture customers' attention. Next, you have to think about inventory. I spoke to you earlier about services such as Printful. You got to know whether you want to hold inventory or not. So by holding your own inventory, you can more easily sell in person and potentially improve your profit margins. Whereas with print on demand, with POD, you take on a lot less risk. So you have to weigh the pros and cons before you start. If you are not sure, well, what I would say is that print on demand is always one of the best low investment business ideas, because dropshipping is an easy t-shirt business model for small business owners to wrap their heads around. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation about how to sell t-shirts online. And if you love this kind of content and you just love the clarity and quality of the show so far, please consider subscribing to our channel and comment below, share, and also like this content. And please turn on the notification bell so you are informed in real time whenever we drop a new show. And I want to talk to you about, if you want to sell t-shirts online properly, you need to write t-shirt product descriptions that sell. So you have to, and how do you write that? You have to ask yourself a few questions. Who is the t-shirt for? What are the basic details of the t-shirt? For example, color, size, material, design elements, cleaning instructions. What makes this t-shirt special? Where should this t-shirt be worn? So you want to provide some context. Is this a fun t-shirt that's perfect for parties, or something that shows off your interest? And what can be worn with the t-shirt? So you want to put together a look that incorporates the t-shirt to give customers inspiration. And you want to think about marketing your t-shirts properly. So you want to write guest blogs about t-shirts for relevant websites. You want to post photos of people wearing your t-shirts across both your personal and business social media accounts. Instagram is wonderful for that. Instagram and Pinterest are fantastic to draw some kind of audience to your online t-shirt business. You want to integrate your social media channels into your online store. Ask people to post photos of themselves wearing your t-shirts. That's great publicity. Think about it. It's great and free. Use shopping cart recovery software to reach out to people who did not complete the buying process. Discuss your products with customers using live chat. You want to take part in relevant discussions on forums and online discussion boards, and launch a crowdfunding campaign. And this doesn't just raise capital for your new business, it also raises awareness. And awareness is that what you need in the long run. Because think about it, the great thing about starting an online t-shirt business is that you don't need special skills or experience to get started. All you need is a relatively modern home computer, a supply of blank t-shirts, some design software, and the right part and the right printer is all you need to get started in the comfort of your own bedroom. Then the last thing you want to think about here is that there are other elements you need to know about the t-shirt industry. Is a t-shirt business profitable? They are, because t-shirts are a staple for men, women, and children around the world, with global retail sales reaching $1.9 trillion in recent years. $1.9 trillion, folks. I'm not talking about billion here. So creating an online t-shirt business is profitable and has low startup costs compared to other business opportunities. While t-shirt business profit varies depending on your niche and marketing cost, you can set up a profitable additional revenue streams in as little as 30 days. How much does it cost to start a t-shirt business? It really depends. However, we've seen amounts ranging from $200 to $500. And this is, if you think about it, this is a small investment compared to opening a brick and mortar t-shirt store and buying your own t-shirt printing business equipment and embroidery machines. And how do you really start a t-shirt business? You got to do market research first, folks. And you want to find a passionate community. Come up with a t-shirt company name. You want to make a business logo and set up an online shop. Create your own t-shirt designs. Set up your social media accounts. You want to run paid ads for your online t-shirt business site. Do blog outreach and free promotions with influencers. This is very important. And how much can you make selling t-shirts? Now, the amount you make selling t-shirts depends on how much time you put into your business, right? You can make 1,000 to 100,000. It really depends upon the commitment here. If you want to start a t-shirt business fast with no money, you want to add product to your store using print-on-demand dropshippers like Printful. Those are the when you go with services like Printful, you have already an all-in-one solution. And believe me, the great thing here is that you're able to get started within minutes. And the last thing I want to talk about here is that you don't need, because people have been asking these questions about whether you need a business license to sell t-shirts online. You don't need a business license to sell t-shirts online. You may want to get a resale license to buy clothing from a distributor free from sales tax. So you want to check with your local county revenue or finance department to learn more. All right, folks. So this is it for today. And how to sell t-shirts on the internet. You got to first choose, I'm doing a recap here. You need to choose a niche, source quality material and t-shirt printing options, create your own t-shirt designs, mock up your t-shirts, validate your designs, set up your online store. Focus on the 5 key factors that I gave you when starting your online t-shirt store. And those 5 key factors are what? They are, you have the printing technique, t-shirt printing technique, the design, the quality, the brand, and the inventory. And then you also want to think about, you want to write t-shirt product descriptions that sell, market your t-shirts properly, and know other facts about the t-shirt business. I will see you next time. But before then, remember, stay marvelous.